Well, hey folks, welcome back. I'm Pete Collins and this is OG Disc Golfer. Now, I've got over 30 plus years being a disc golf professional, and today I want to talk to you folks that are over 50. I'm 55, and I want to help you get another 50 feet of distance in your game. Sound interesting? Sound like I'm full of crap? Well, the only way to find out is to come back right after the intro. So let's face it, 50 and 50 sounded better than anything else. So, this applies to everybody, and results may vary if you get 50 feet or whatnot. But this is going to apply to pretty much anybody. But I want to speak to my elder brethren and sisterin out there. Listen, I'm 55, and there are things that we need to do to help push back against the entropy. And so I'm going to give you 3 key tips that are going to help you get better distance. Sound good? By the way, the third one is really going to hurt. And I'm sorry about it, but somebody's got to tell you. All right, so let's start out with number 1. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you really need to work on your nose angle. Getting that nose right is going to make such a difference in your distance. And there's some great tools out there like Tech Disc, going to baseball batting cages, setting up targets which you can work on getting that nose down, because we're getting the nose up way too much, and that's killing our distance. Let me show you. So I've got a batch of all the same discs. And now I'm going to assume most of y'all, if you're older, are not going to be ripping 13, 14 speeds. So I've got a simple 8-speed disc here, but that's still fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw one nose up, and let's compare it to one that's got nose down. So here we go, nose up. It goes out. You can see it rising and just falling. Anytime you've got that lift and that hyzer fall means that there's more distance to be had if you threw a better shot. Because if your disc is coming in and hitting hard, that's energy that could have been used to carry the disc farther. So I take the same disc and I throw it flatter. I didn't add a lot more power to it. Hopefully they were pretty close to the same amount of power, but just simply by changing the nose angle, getting a clean release with the right nose angle, I threw it more than 50 feet farther than the other one. So some of what's happening with your distance is you're just killing distance because you're putting it up in the air. You're getting that nose angle wrong. So one of the best things, the quickest ways to get better distance is to get better nose angle. And this is why I'm such a big fan of buying a set of practice discs. I like to buy several different ones, and Remix has been great for that. Check out Remix Discs. You can buy a batch of 12 of the same discs for like 99 bucks, or if you wait for a sale, 79 bucks. But so I've got 10 of the same ones, so it's going to be one of the easiest ways I can see if I'm consistent with my nose angle or not. So I'm going to throw the rest of these and see how they do. But that's one of the ways that you can go, okay, start throwing them and see how they end and how consistent you are getting them out there, the farthest you can get them. Nice and low. A little bit low and down. Let's try to do a little bit better. Better, and see it rides out, but you can see that one even a little higher. There's a little wind. It's dumping out. That's not bad. These have a little bit of stability to them, but what I don't want to see is the lift and the crash. Nice and flat, rides out, it pushes before it settles down. You can tell I released that a little early. I kept it flat, but I didn't get all flat on it as good as I could. This is why having 10 of the same disc, it's showing you. You don't have an outlier. You've got 10 of them. Are you consistent? A little low. Dragged it across a little bit, but it's still going to push all right. But I'd rather miss low. That means I'm keeping my thoughts on getting a good nose angle. That's easily 50 feet or more past that first throw. Nice and flat, and it just cruises. you'll start to see, that's the thing, when you do practice like this, you'll start to see the one that takes off and hits just right with that nose angle and just kind of goes, zzz, it's got a little different feel to it. And that's what you want to do to tell your body, yes, do this, do this. That's part of the whole practice process. One last one. I'm going to try to put a little booty into this one. And what does booty get you? Grounded. Yes. Okay, so that's step number one. We've got to work on our nose angle. By the way, I was going to be a little sarcastic, you know. I know, it's so unlike me. I was going to call this 3 things not to do to gain distance. And I was going to be like, whatever you do, don't work on your nose angle, blah, 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 blah. But I decided I wanted to be positive because I wanted to encourage you. Listen, there's enough negativity out there in the world. We need to encourage each other. And so this is not a berate you, you're doing it wrong, but this is, hey, these are some things that could help you. And I want you to get better. I want you to be a better player and a better person. And so this is the spirit of, let's work on this together. So I hope that helps. Okay, for the record, on those throws, I was 60 feet shorter on the first throw than the closest second ones where I threw nose down. But between the nose up and my clean throws, I was almost 100 feet difference. 100 foot, 100 feet? When do you use foot versus foot? First versus feet. But I was almost 100 feet, I'm stuck. I was almost 100 feet longer just by simply getting the right nose angle. It makes a big difference. Okay, number 2, let's work on finding the right disc for our kind of throws. So let's face it, as we get older, we're not going to be able to throw as fast as some of the younger bucks. So what we've got to do is take advantage of inertia and lighter weight discs. And so some of you like me, I'm old school. I want to throw all max weight. Max weight gives you a little bit more accuracy, but when we're talking about distance, we want to sacrifice a little bit for the sake of getting a little bit farther. And so you might want to try throwing some lighter weight discs. So here I've got a max weight Aura, and I've got a lightweight Aura. This is a 176, and this is 20 grams lighter at 156. I'm going to try to throw these exact same, and let's see if it makes a difference. Oh Lord, I hope it makes a difference. Okay, I'm gonna go with the max weight first. Let's get you down just a touch. All right, and I'm gonna try to throw these, I'm gonna throw these 80%. I'm not gonna do 100%, but I'm gonna try 80%. It was a nice clean release out there and then a stable finish at the end. All right? I'm gonna try to throw the same power, same shot. Here we go. Even from here, I can tell a big difference. Now, you will have to realize that a lighter weight disc, if you could see the throw, I got more of a flip up and turn. And so into a headwind, there are times where you don't want to go lighter disc. But when you're going for distance, man, that lighter weight disc just popped out of my hand and took off. Let's go see how far it was. So I'm going to bring this back over, because if we're just talking distance, you know, bring this online. And the lighter weight one's right up there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So about 22 paces, roughly a yard each, so about 66 feet or more just in distance gained by throwing a lighter disc. Now, yes, there are things involved in that. A little bit of a turnover also helped because it carried a little bit further. But that's a big deal. I didn't throw really any difference, but the disc did the work. Got 66 feet from that. Now here's the thing. It's not an additional thing that you get the nose angle down, you get 50, 100 feet, and you throw a lighter weight, you're gonna be throwing 150 feet. It's all about throwing the lighter weight stuff with the right nose angle will actually get you that extra distance. It's not a both and here. It's all working together. Does that make sense? All right, equal billing. I'm gonna throw back into the wind towards my umbrella over there. And let's see how they do. Now that I know this is a little more stable, throw a little bit out to the right, and it just carries, and then finishes. Yep. Now I'm gonna take 20 grams lighter. it just picked up and held a little bit more. Let's go see how they did. Okay, so here's truth in advertising. Not as big of a difference going back into a headwind. Why? We still got what looks like 20 feet difference. Well, into a headwind, you've got more impact on the disc. So you've got to realize that when you're throwing a lighter weight disc, yes, you can hopefully get a little more distance, but you're paying the price into the wind. Where you see the big results are throwing with the wind. But I just want to throw that in so you don't think that any circumstances you're always going to throw farther with the lighter weight disc. All things being equal, you'll be able to get more distance if the wind's not affecting it. But even with the wind affecting it, I still got, what, 20 feet extra, which ain't bad. I'll take that over a poke in the eye. Now this final one's going to hurt a little bit. And the truth of the matter is, if you want to gain distance, you got to get healthier. This is a sport, this is a physical activity, and you need to make athletic moves out there. Distance requires explosiveness. And if you're not healthy, if you're overweight, if you don't do anything but walk around and play disc golf, that's great. I'm glad you're out here. And I'm not shaming anybody. I'm saying, but if you want to improve, you need to improve your health, because there is a direct correlation to how well our body moves as to how fast we can move the disc. And so that means wherever you are right now, start trying to do a little bit better. So that means, let's say you go play twice a week, but you push a cart and you carry a cooler full of your favorite beverage or whatever. Maybe cut down on the beverages and maybe walk the course after you finish, or start doing some cardio. There are things that you can do. For me, I've had to plug into my life, and I've been doing it for 25 years. I have a group that I'm getting ready to play in 10 minutes with. They're right over there, that I play Ultimate with every Friday. And I've scheduled it into my life so that it forces me to get out of the inertia of not doing anything. And that's just one of the things that I do. The running rounds I do on the course, those are things that help keep me halfway decent. But let's face it, all of us can do better. I mean, I need to start doing more. As a matter of fact, I've started doing more where I'm actually doing some working out, trying to get, these noodle arms to actually at least stay like this, hold back from them turning into pipe cleaners. They're almost there now. But I'm trying to actually preach this to myself that I've got to get healthier for the sake of my back, for the sake of my game, for the sake of my life and my family. And so the number one thing, to be honest, I don't care about your nose angle. I don't care about your disc weight. I care about you and your heart and your physicality. And I know there are limitations. Believe me, back when I had cancer for the second time, I couldn't move for a long time. I barely could make it around part of the course. And then eventually I made it around the whole course. And then there was a big day when I was able to play 2 rounds in one day. So I understand the struggle. And I'm not trying to say you've got to do it all. You've got to become an ultimate player. You've got to become a marathon runner. I'm saying start the mindset of changing your mindset to where you're going to do a little bit better today and then a little bit better tomorrow. Don't forget to rest, but we want to work on becoming better people and better players. And part of becoming better people is that we are going to become healthier. And if you're not good at it, find a friend, find somebody who can help encourage you to do it as well. There's probably got to be somebody else on the course that would like to throw longer. They could use a little encouragement, that y'all could become health buddies, where y'all go, hey, let's come out and play the course, and we'll do a 1-disc round, and we won't run, but we'll walk it briskly. That would be great. Let's start sweating a little bit more. And I do believe that the more you sweat, the easier it is to get a little more distance. Now, I'm not saying that one of these things is just going to automatically fix everything, but these are 3 key pillars in being able to get more distance. And especially as we get older, when we're in our 50s, 60s, 70s, some of you, appreciate you guys out there that are like me, that are trying to do this game as our bodies are trying to push back. That's part of the whole thing. We've got to push back. And so as you're getting older, you can't be complacent. You got to fight it. You got to fight it with grace and love, but you got to fight it. Well, there you go, guys. I hope that helps. I hope that encourages you. Listen, we're just a bunch of goofballs out here throwing plastic, but we can encourage each other, and hopefully we can do a better job at it while we have fun. Don't lose sight of it. People over plastic. We want to be better people than throwers, but we can be great throwers as well. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope this helped. I hope this encourages you, whether you're 50 and older or younger. We can all use this. And if you got something out of it, please like and subscribe. You might want to check out my Patreon channel, do all that good stuff. But more importantly, take a little breath. Love the people around you. And I hope to see you out on the course.